Okay, we have head coach Brad Brownell.
Yeah, just glad our team could finish it up 6-0 non-conference. Really proud of this team for what they've been able to accomplish. Had a great semester academically. 2 semesters in a row, we've been over 3.0 as a team, and now I'm glad that they're going to get the opportunity to go home for a few days. They're a little frazzled. I think it's been a long semester, and just to get a chance to see their parents and spend a couple of days, I think is going to be really good for them. Pleased with the game tonight. I thought we could have played better in spurts, but I thought defensively for a good part of the beginning of the game, we were really good. I thought our energy level was good. Created a bunch of turnovers. Second half defense was not as good. We played a little bit like a team with a lead, and I thought they were much looser and relaxed and made some shots and made some threes to make it hard for us. Obviously, Nick and Al both shot the ball well from the perimeter. But this is a good win right before Christmas. It's been a good first part of the season, and now we need to go home, enjoy Christmas for a couple days, and then try to get recharged and ready to go back to ACC play.
Coach Joe Gorcho, WIS-TV in Columbia. This might be a loaded question, but how would you describe the evolution of Nick, not just this season, from when he got to the program to where he is now, to a guy who seemingly can be someone you can count on, especially down the stretch?
Nick's just doing what Nick does. That's what he's a shot maker. He's a guy that plays the game with tremendous speed and energy. His pace is really good, so it helps, the other guys that are with him. I'm really happy for him because I know how hard he's been working. Last year was hard on him. I think we were all hopeful he was going to play. And so then when he didn't get to play, there was a little period he was in a little bit of mourning, to be honest with you, it felt like, and didn't quite have as much zip. But the longer it went, the more he tried to use it as a year to get better. I think he did. He got better knowing our system. He got better competing against our players every day. Especially Aamir Dawes. Those two guys have been going head-to-head against each other for over a year now, and I think you see that both players have gotten better because of the competition in practice. And he was obviously fantastic today. I think he made a bunch of shots, but it's not just his shot making. I think we've tried to help him get his defense a lot better. I think his defense has drastically improved since when he first got here, and he's doing a much better job fighting through ball screens. Pressuring point guards, doing things to make them uncomfortable.
Coach Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. Scary moment there with Baehre limping off the court and going to the locker room. Good to see him come back.
Yeah, it was. I thought he was a really good factor in the game, especially in the first half. His size was good. I think he's good against zone. You can find him in the high post. He can make some shots. He can pass. Thought he rebounded it well. He might have had 8 rebounds today. So yeah, there's no question we're a better team with him. I mean, he's, plus he's experienced, just experience. I think, you just watch our freshmen play and they show a flash or two of some really good things. And then they show some things that, that aren't as good, that we've practiced, that they should be prepared for, and they make mistakes. His experience along with Aamir gives us, high IQ in the front court. Skill in the front court too, with their ability to dribble, pass, and shoot.
Coach, you mentioned that early on, just a second ago, that this team was frazzled a little bit, right? Just with all the things you have to do to play amid a pandemic. So how invaluable has Aamir Simms been from a leadership standpoint to allow your team to find success early on, to be where you're at right now going into the Christmas break?
Yeah, Amir's a very mature guy. He's very he loves to play. So I think the thing that's been impressive, and I said this to the team probably a month ago, maybe even 6 weeks ago, was I was so impressed with his ability to come to practice every day and work as hard as he was working. I think he's working and practicing as hard as anybody in our program. And that's in every little drill, not just when we're going up and down or not doing extra work on his game, but guarding ball screens in a 4-on-4 ball screen drill, or, working on his post defense when he's playing one-on-one in a post defensive drill. And that rubs off on your team when your best player is, competing every day in practice. It makes other guys compete at a higher level. And so his ability to do that, his energy and leadership from that standpoint, I think has been instrumental in our team playing better and probably getting off to a better start than people anticipated.
Coach, you said last week you would like to see Aamir assert himself more offensively at times. It looked like he did that to start the second half, and only had one foul until that last flurry of fouls in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, and it wasn't a high possession game, so but he did a good job. I thought he played very solid for him. It wasn't a great game. It wasn't a poor game. I think he just did what kind of was there. They mixed their defenses, so there were some times that it wasn't as easy to get it to him. But I thought he was invaluable just with the way he played, poise-wise. He did make a few poor decisions. We've got to continue to work with him on some of that. That's probably the one area that I'd like to see him, improve. I think that part he hasn't maybe taken another step as much as I would like so far. But I thought he played pretty well, very solid, and I think he's looking to make more plays. We're trying to encourage him to make more plays, be aggressive, shoot the ball a little more. I wish he would have shot a couple more today, but that's that'll come.
Coach, this might be a tough question just because you probably don't know that you dropped out of the top 25, but do you feel that you guys are still fighting a perception battle to play the schedule you have, to get the quality of wins that you have, and to lose a close game to Virginia Tech? They go back in, but you fall back out. You guys feel like you're still fighting a perception battle to try to prove that you're one of the top teams in the nation right now, the way you guys are competing and playing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't worry too much about that. We're still in December. Do I think there's a perception problem? Do I think people view schools differently? Yes. Do I think that happens? Absolutely. Are we treated the same? No. Can schools, that are more basketball schools in name lose more games and still be ranked higher? Probably. Just like there's football bias as well. But that doesn't determine success or anything of that nature. It's not something that we lose a lot of sleep over. We're certainly we want to fight for market share for our guys because we want our guys to be, rewarded when they're playing well and working hard. And when we do good things, we certainly want people to talk about our program and our team. But yeah, there's a little bit of a situation where certain schools are viewed one way or another, and it makes it a little more challenging.
Coach, it's Trevor again. I thought Hemenway provided a nice little spurt for you in the first half when you fell behind 16-14. He scored 5 straight points there.
Yeah, he did. Obviously, he made some free throws too in the second half. Had a first couple shots go in and out. I thought he was going to string a couple together today and really have a big day. We got to get him going a little bit more. He's played fine, but he still probably hasn't had as much of a breakout as we would like. There've been some days in practice when he's been really, really good. I think he's got to continue to grow and mature as a player. Confidence-wise, and just a little bit more toughness sometimes, mental toughness, not just physical. But it's pretty good when you're bringing a guy like that off the bench that can pepper in a couple threes quickly, or Nick Honor comes in and makes 3 or 4 threes. That's always challenging for opponents, and those guys are able to do that, so it puts a lot of pressure on the opponent.
Coach, what's the secret to just handling this week well to get ready to turn the page and embrace conference play? Certainly a great opponent right off the bat for you guys.
Well, the first key is just, and I talked to our team about it, they've got to be unbelievably disciplined the next few days when they're at home. I think for us to have the kind of success we want to have, they needed to go home. I don't know that our team could have sustained if we kept them here through Christmas. I think we would have been frazzled. They need to get away. They've been working their tails off. We've been back since early June, and now they've had a chance a little bit to go home, but not much. And so they've got to make good decisions. They got to be disciplined. We got to try to enjoy ourselves while we're away, and then when we get back on the 26th or 25th, hopefully all the testing is going to be good, and we'll get our minds right on Florida State. The coaches will, we'll work here a couple days and figure out what we got to do to get ready for Florida State. we let one get away from us in Blacksburg. We didn't play our best, but we're excited about where we are and certainly about ACC play and all that's ahead of us.
Coach, Omax making his first start today. Not much to read into that. I know you said before it really doesn't matter who starts, as many guys as you sub.
Yeah, no, I think it was second start actually.
Okay, beg your pardon.
But I told our guys day before the game, I think that, hey guys, I think I'm going to platoon this game. We're going to go 5 in and 5 out. Everybody's been working really hard. We've had a couple of good days. I like playing Jonathan Baehre with PJ sometimes to help. And then obviously Omax with Aamir, you got a freshman and an older player when those guys are, so they can help each other out on the floor. And so that was kind of the thinking with that. And I thought it was fine. It was fine early in the game. I think there's a wearing effect of it maybe later in the half that, occasionally the guy who you're playing against is always playing against a fresh body. And then obviously when the game changed in the second half, we subbed accordingly, but I thought that was good for our team. And we're trying to get some minutes to those freshmen. We feel like we're going to need them in ACC play.
Coach, last question for me. Is there any sort of a timetable for Hunter Tyson?
No, not yet. I think it's still a little early. We'll see what happens after the holidays when he gets back and how things are. Haven't really thought a lot about it here this week because we knew he wasn't going to play this week for sure.
All good?
I'm good, Coach. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas.
Okay. Thanks,
Merry Christmas, Coach.
Thanks,
man.
everybody.